3 points in it. I thought there was 4 in it, to be honest, but I'm just working it out now, and it seems like 3. 39 minutes in. Just a goal in it, but TU Dublin have the win behind them. In fact, I hear people beside me debating the score, and I think the referee's holding it up now, 1 for the substitution, but he might be going over to have a word, so maybe I was right. I didn't feel that was the right score, and I think Brendan Rice is going over to tell someone that the score is wrong. Thought I was losing it there, but not quite yet. Number 22 is on for Mary I. So a change for the team in the lead, but they're obviously not resting on it. 22 is Rachel O'Brien from St Farnan's in Sligo. Great spread of counties involved in this game. And yes, the scoreboard has been changed. It's TU Dublin 1-6, Mary I 3-5. So it's 8. What is that? 9. 5 points in it. I'm right. There was 5 points in it. I thought 3 wasn't right. So it's 3-5 to Mary I, to be clear. That's 14. 1-6 for TU Dublin. That's 9. 5 points in it. So that last point restored Mary I's 5-point lead. O'Connor stopped unceremoniously there, and the referee immediately calling, and some of the tackling has been quite strong, shall we say, or over exuberant from Mary I. They've certainly stopped TUD's dangerous forwards on many occasions. They just haven't got through. Dara Kiley now loves to pick up the ball from the defence, and off she goes. And they're sprinting there to try and catch her, Shaylin Ward, but she can't, and she's only on the field. Kiley now slows it up and gives it back to Aoife Delan from Austin Stacks, to Howard from Kerr and Tipperary, but she was looking for Stack there but didn't get it through. So TU Dublin have it, but Heelan got in well there to win it back for her team. This is Kiley, Emer Kiley. Lifts it inside, gets it back from Rachel Dwyer, and there's a goal chance here. Oh, I don't believe it. Oh my goodness, it just goes to the right. Did it go onto the net? No, I don't think it did. It went wide. That looked for all the world like another fantastic goal. They've scored 3 crackers. That looked like a 4th, but just outside the post. So to be clear, the score is now 3-5 to 1-6. So we don't quite have it right on our scoreboard. We're going to correct it now. Sorry for that confusion. There was confusion in the ground. The referee had to go over and sort it out, and it's definitely a 5-point game for Mary I. But what can TU Dublin do about that? What can Caoimhe O'Connor do about it? The girl from Clontarf spins past Tara Breen, and off she goes. That's impressive speed and skill. Has she got the finish? She leaves it off. The finish is from Keenahan. Surely it's going to go in. It's not, you know. Brennan saved it. Point blank save there, and that could be one of the key points in the game. A goal there would have brought it back to 2. What a save by the girl from Hollymount in Mayo. And it ends up going wide at the end of all that, and Mary I survive. What a run by O'Connor. Cleverly left it off, and you would have thought Heenan, for all the world, was going to lift the net there, but Brennan stood strong. The threat is still there from TU Dublin, but they must be wondering what they need to do. And Mary I might rub salt into the wounds now. Their players getting in the way of each other there. But they still have it. And this is Howard. Had a look at the posts. Uses her experience. Twists and turns. Lays it off to Stack. Gets it back. Tries again to drop the shoulder and go at them. Leaves it back out to Dwyer. Mary I, so dangerous. They love a goal, don't they? Dwyer still there. That's what you call persistence. And it's rewarded with a point in the end. The girl from Southern Gales in Kerry makes it a 6-point game. Could have been 2 just a couple of minutes ago, only for Brennan's brilliant save. And now it's 6. The goalkeeper is Roisin O'Reilly, and she finds Aoife Heffernan. TU Dublin still have that goal threat now. Caoimhe O'Connor has been really closely marked by Breen, and there they go for the ball. She tries to get it, but O'Connor took a knock there accidentally off the ball. That's Mary with Kylie, showing impressive juggling skills there to retain possession. The referee is now going to hold it up for attention for O'Connor. I don't think he saw what happened there. It was off the ball behind him, but it wasn't a head injury. It was a leg injury, I think. But of course, it's best to check. So I'm just going to check on your messages and comments on Facebook if we can. I know you're watching on there and on YouTube. I hope you've enjoyed this service all week. It's 3-6 to 1-6. This is our 6th final this week. 2 semi-finals as well. And still to come, the showpiece, the O'Connor Cup final itself, coming up at 4 o'clock, live streamed by TG Caher. Earlier on today, the Yoplait Lynch Cup was played on this same ground, and it was very impressive from TUS Midlands beating St Mary's Belfast with a superlative display. And I think after all these finals, I'm running out of superlatives. Lots of brilliant play on here all week, and some brilliant goals, especially from Mary I. And they're the team in the lead. Ciara Hughes now for them feeds it through to Howard, looking for Stack, but it's intercepted by Tegan Cumber. She does really well and gets it out to Shaylin Ward. Come on as a sub in the second half. Looks up but doesn't see anything on. Comes back inside to her teammate from Cavan, O'Reilly. This is Cumber. They're going to try another direction of attack. Quinn gives it to Brennan. Now, O'Connor, their star forward, has been knocked in the last few minutes, but she's back out there and she looks to be moving freely, but she's been followed really closely by Breen. That's what happens when you're the star forward. Obviously you're going to get that sort of attention, but she's still been dangerous and she's still created a lot. This is Brennan. That's brilliant work by her, and she hands it to O'Connor. Off she goes, but there's lots of white jerseys there, 5 of them in front of her. She releases the ball, but it spins away from her teammates, and Mary I defend it well, and that's Ciara O'Brien, the number 2, doing well. Now it's Kylie, and there's lots of room on this side for her midfield partner, Katie Buckley from Rathmore, but it's intercepted by the captain. Katie knew, she saw that coming, and she's given a super ball in there to Niamh Cummins, who's come in from Trinity Gales in Dublin. There's a lot of dubs out there, led by a Meath girl, and the combination is behind in this game, and she's blown for over-carrying. They remain behind by 6 points. This game has had the potential all day long to go right down to the finish, but TU Dublin have a very healthy lead of 6 points. Megan Ryan, the Donegal girl, goes short from the kick out. This is Delan. Where else would you get it? Donegal and Kerry girls on the same team. This is Keenahan from Lara United. Slips it through, but a brilliant interception by the Donegal girl. That is great work by Megan Ryan there from Milford in Donegal. And the defence for Mary I has been outstanding. You have to say that. They've conceded 1 goal from a penalty. That's all. Now 15 for Mary I is Rachel Dwyer. That's a good ball in, looking for Stack again, and she's been dangerous and clinical, and that comes off the crossbar and away to safety. But only just. Tammy Quinn was in there for TU Dublin. They are the team who survive on this occasion. Now TU Dublin, I wonder, will that lift them a little bit? Can they do what Mary I have been doing to them? No, there's treatment required to the goalkeeper, I think, so the referee's going to hold up play. and it is the goalkeeper for TU Dublin, and that is Roisin O'Reilly from Guyna and Cavan. Might have got injured there in tapping that last ball onto the crossbar, or maybe she didn't get a touch on it, I'm not quite sure, but she is getting treatment. And we'll see it again, see what happened there, and she did go up for it. It must have been the way she landed. And we go to the water break there, so that's timely, so we can take that break there for water and also for the injury. So we've 1 quarter left in the Yoplait Giles Cup final. Mary I in front by 6, but dare I tempt fate, TU Dublin still have a threat out there, so Mary I are not home and dry just yet. Out in the middle of the field I see the referees together. The referee in this game, Brendan Rice, Seamus Mulvihill, who refereed yesterday, and Derek McKittrick from Swords, refereed a final earlier in the week, and that's Karen Toher from the Ladies Gaelic Football Association coming over, preparing for the presentation. She has the Giles Cup in her hand, and she has the Player of the Match award as well, and she will be bringing over Micheál Naughton, the president of the Ladies Gaelic Football Association, to make the presentations down in front of us at the end of this game, which is now only a matter of 15 minutes away. Brendan Rice says that's enough of a water break. Let's have you back out again. And if you're wondering about water breaks, they still have them in the Ladies Gaelic Football Association and will have up until the 1st of April. One more game to tell you about tomorrow. We will be live streaming Waterford against Westmeath in the Lidl National League Division 1 relegation game. I was going to say a playoff, but it's actually the final, if you like. One team goes down. So Waterford or Westmeath will lose their status. He got a good run at that time. So not St Mary's, they were in the last game. It's Mary I this time. St Mary's Belfast lost the last one. Mary I leading this one. But what have TU Dublin got left? Tammy Quinn on the ball. They're 6 points down. They have Caoimhe O'Connor though, and they have some other really good forwards. 2 from Cavan in particular. There is one of them, that's Keenahan. They've 15 minutes to turn this round. They need something special. She holds it up. But the Mary I defence has been so solid in there. They have not let anything through. Brennan tries to get through. Now it's Heffernan. Maybe they are through this time. She leaves it off, and there's a chance here, but it's blasted wide. And that's so disappointing for TU Dublin right at the end of a really, really good move there. And Shailen Ward just couldn't find the target. I thought Heffernan was going to go for it herself. She unselfishly laid it off, and they get no score from it. But you get the feeling that one of these moments, one of those chances is going to tell for TU Dublin, and then we could have a really interesting finish. Or will Mary I hit them on the break again? Katie New, the captain from Meath, an All-Ireland winner last year on that all-conquering, sensational Meath team, does well to win that for her team. Tammy Quinn has it. TU Dublin after the water break, playing with intent. They have lifted their game. Keenahan involved a lot. A point might do them, but they don't get that either. And so many times they have not had reward for really good forward play. Just the end product has been missing. It was the same at the start of the third quarter. Come on, Mary, keep it going, girl. Repeated now at the start of the fourth quarter. Last 10 minutes, come on. And much harder against the wind, which is picked up, going from right to left. So TU Dublin have it all to do, playing into the wind, 6 points down, and having no luck. This is Hughes. Goes back to your goalkeeper, who made that all-important save as well about 10 minutes ago. Well done, keeper. Great ball. This is Tara Breen. Support from Howard. Kerry to Tipperary to Limerick. This is Katie Heelan. And that's good work again. Is it Quinn in there again? Tammy Quinn doing well for her team there for TU Dublin. She's from Thomas Davis in Dublin. A lot of these girls are dubs. A lot of excellent players as well. A few from Cavan, like this girl. She's driven forward all day long, and yet again a foul, a free before they get within sight of goal. No sin bins yet though. Keith O'Connor might get it over here, and at least a point at this stage would be good for them, just to break the habit. She gets it. 5-point game. Laura Brennan from Hollymount in Mayo, in the blue with white and red trimming. That's a good kick out actually, that's important. She gets Howard on the ball, and Howard loves to drive forward, and she draws a free for her team. She's always there to stand up and be counted when she is needed for her team, Howard. And that's brilliant play as well by Emer Kiley. That's fantastic play, drawing another free. That's a great response all round from Mary I in the last 60 seconds or so. Dwyer comes all the way back to Howard. He's joining the play now. Looking for movement. There is movement from Ciara Hughes. She might use her, and she does now. This is Dara Kiley. And she gives it out to the right hand side to her sister Emer. Twins from Valley Rovers. There's a chance here from Stack. She's through again, and it might trickle. No, not into the net, just wide. Referee says that's a 45 after taking instruction from his umpire. Five-point game for Mary I, and after conceding that point, they have responded really well the last few minutes. They've always been able to lift their game. Derek McKittrick is out in the middle there. He is the lines person, so he's going to signal where the kick is to be taken from. Emer Kiley with it. Where's she going? That's a lovely ball into the corner actually, if Stack can get it, and that's perfectly played in to Stack. And she gets her left boot on it and sends it over to restore the 6-point lead. She gets a high five as well from Howard. Mary I have had the answers all day long. They lead by 6. They started with a brilliant goal from Dara Kiley. They scored 2 more brilliant goals, and that's why they lead. Tammy Quinn runs into Stack, runs past her. That's good work. Forced to come back and gets a free. It's looking towards O'Connor. It's not her who gets it though, but it is a TUD ball because Cusick came out instead and won it for TU Dublin. Ball played into the corner. That's a nice ball in as well. A battle for the ball is won by Keenahan over Ryan. Cavan and Donegal, the Ulster girls clashing there. O'Connor now, she bursts through as we've seen so often in this game. She cuts back inside. That's clever play by her. Would she take her own score? She might in the end. Nope, she doesn't get a score or a pass. Very unlucky. And that sort of sums up their day. TUD have just not had any luck. It just hasn't happened for them. A combination of bad luck and really good defending. Dara Kiley there to get it from the goalkeeper. She's going to be forced to go back because O'Connor has her there, and O'Connor fouls. Brennan comes out to take it. 56th minute of the game. Mary I looking good. Kiley gets it again. Time running out for TU Dublin. As a neutral, I'd love to see that goal go in 5 or 6 minutes ago and see what's really left in this game, because it doesn't feel like a 6-point game, but Mary I just seem to do enough, and they've quality players like this. Howard driving through, that's fantastic play. She leaves it off to Heelan. Heelan can't quite get it though. She's crowded out, good defending, and the goalkeeper challenged in there by Kiley but fouled, and that's a painful one for the goalkeeper Roisin O'Reilly. She's going to need a bit of treatment, and if you remember, she was hurt a few minutes ago, so maybe it's the same injury. Referee stops his watch. 57th minute, our clock continues, but he's held on to it there, so there'll be extra time added on for this. It's that time again. I'm going to take your contenders for player of the match. Who do you think has been the best player in this Yoplait Giles Cup final? The trophy is down in front of me, so somebody's going to win it. Good performances in both teams, of course. Dara Kiley, what a goal to start the game, and she's been driving her team forward all day from midfield for Mary I, but great performances all over the field. Laura Brennan, the goalkeeper, what a save, and she's been solid, only beaten by a penalty. Roisin Howard has been fantastic for her team, as has Kate Stack, of course, and Katie Heelan. They've all been busy for the team. Whereas for TU Dublin, they've had a lot of good performances as well. Katie New, the captain, Roisin O'Reilly in goals. Keeve O'Connor has done her bit as much as she can, and Niamh Keenahan deserves a mention, as does their entire full forward line, and that says something. They've been very good, but they just haven't had reward. And there is reward at the other end for Stack, though. And has she got another score? She has. Well, she wasn't named to start, but she certainly did, and she certainly justified that selection. The girl from Dr. Crooks, and it's now a 7-point game. And surely Mary I have one hand on the cup, if not two.
Push up, Mary I now. Come on.
Roisin O'Reilly continues and kicks it out using one hand, strangely enough. Is that because of the injury? So she's playing on with one arm, the goalkeeper. She's certainly holding that arm and is in a bit of pain there, but is continuing. Maybe they're waiting for the substitution, and indeed they are. Substitute going in now, and Roisin O'Reilly, the goalkeeper for TU Dublin, is having to retire. And she is replaced by the number 12, it looks like, from Mary I, and that is Anna Clifford, according to me. She's from Fossa in Kerry. Another change there, 22 for Mary I, or has she been sin-binned actually? Maybe the ticks did mount up after all, and she was indeed sin-binned. So finally, the Files have caught up with Mary I. So they're down to 14, but they have a 7-point lead in the 60th minute, and this is Keeve O'Connor. Impressive speed once again, but she's carrying the forward play on her own. Comes back out to Brennan. Brennan has O'Reilly there if she needs her. She goes instead to Keenahan. The burst through comes from Quinn. Can they finally get through? They see a white wall in front of them, and guess what? It's another foul and another free.
On the line, girls, on the line.
We're just going into added time now. 3-8 plays 1-7. Keeve O'Connor probably told there's a good 3 or 4 minutes left yet of added time, so I imagine she'll take her free here. And the referee is giving her the go-ahead, I think. Or is it a go-ahead for a substitution to be made? I think that's what they're calling. O'Connor's taking her time here, but she doesn't have much time. When she goes for goal, you know, at least she was going for the crossbar area and hoping she might get a point or a goal. She gets a point. They're going to bring it back to a 6-point game. Mary I have brought on a sub, actually. That's what the referee was signalling for. So late change for Mary I, and she's gone right up into the forwards as well. And it's forcing Megan Healy from Greystones to go all the way back there to mark. So there's only those two players back there. I'm trying to see who the substitute is for Mary I. I'll let you know. It's 27. Mary I, and the dying embers of this game, have brought on number 27, and that is Aisling Healy from Kilshannig in Cork. Stack for Mary I. 6 points up. Hard keeps possession. Katie New tries to get it back for her team, and does get it back for her team. That's good play by the Meath fullback. Brennan now, can she get forward? Number 19 on this side is Shaylin Ward. She's been chased by the Cork sub who's just come in, but that ball Well, actually, I didn't think it was going to go anywhere, but O'Connor's made the most of it. She's judged it really well. She's got 2 players chasing her. They can't catch her. They need a goal. Her team needs at least 1 goal. She's hit the deck, and so has Keenahan, and that is a very obvious penalty. And Mary Aya conceded a penalty for the 2nd time in the game, and I have to say, although they've been impressive, they have fouled quite frequently. And they have been punished, but I think they're still going to win this game. That's Keenahan brought down by the goalkeeper very unceremoniously. And I would imagine that might also be a straight yellow, which would be straight to the sin bin. So they might need to replace their goalkeeper, and they do. So who's going to go into goals? And could there be time for O'Connor to put her 2nd penalty away? And then time maybe for another attack. Maybe it is interesting after all. I've thought all day long that there's a chance here that this game could get really, really interesting. And there's still a chance. Now, there's a lot of debating and organising and reorganising going on. So much so that I even see the substitute goalkeeper for TU Dublin up around the halfway area. I thought she was coming up to maybe take the penalty. And it looks like Emer Kiley is coming in to have a word. She's the number 10. So the debate is who's going into goals for Mary I in the 64th minute. Now here we have a goalkeeper coming on. And for her to come on, somebody needs to go off. I make it now that Mary I are down to 13. 2 players have been sin-binned. So the ticks and fouls have caught up with them. And the goalkeeper looks like 16, I think, went in there. And the 16 for Mary I is Aoife Highland Conlon from Portlaoise. Cueva O'Connor, she scored 1 on penalty. Oh, and she puts this one over the bar, not under. Drama right at the end, but Mary I are going to survive. 64th minute. It's all happening. It's all kicking off in added time. But Mary I think, are going to be okay. They lead by 5. And surely there's no time for TU Dublin. Rachel Dwyer has it anyway and pumps it way, way downfield into the forwards. And the sub who's just come on is chasing to try and keep it in. That's Aisling Healy. And she's just about made it. And that's where Mary I want the ball. Right up in the corner. Away from danger. Keep the ball is the direction from everybody. I think they know that though. Dara Kiley now. So who's player of the match? Who are you thinking? I wonder what your contenders are on Facebook. We'll have that right at the end of the game. So I'll check those comments. That's great play by Dwyer. Gives it off to Howard. She shapes to shoot. Connects well, but just goes to the left. But I don't think it'll matter. 3-8 plays 1-9. 66th minute of the game. It's been a terrific final. Oh, and there's an interception. Attempted, but not quite carried through from Heelan. But the final whistle goes, and Mary I have done it again. History has repeated itself. They won this competition in 2012, and they've won it now in 2022. They won it on a sunny day in Belfast. They've now won it on a very cool day in Dublin. Back then, it was Orla Finn. It was Naomi Carroll, who's a hockey international star, and the late Rachel Keneally on that team. This team has made their own history. Mary I have done it with a brilliant performance. Roisin Howard, Kate Stack, Katie Heelan, Rachel Dwyer, Dara Kiley, what a goal at the start, and Emer Kiley, her twin sister, and brilliant defence as well, and a brilliant save from their goalkeeper Laura Brennan. All over a fantastic performance and a merited victory in the Yoplait Giles Cup final for Mary I. Mary Immaculate from Limerick. They are the champions. Great celebrations there as the family and friends come onto the field, and the number 8 there, Kiley, delighted with that, and she hugs Roisin Howard, and that's Katie Heelan, and that's a proud family moment there as well. Brilliant scenes here in DCU as the players celebrate winning this competition. It's been a long year, and it's been a big effort, and it's been a tremendous performance. we are going to have the Player of the Match award, and we're going to have the cup as well in the next few minutes. So the presentations here been arranged down in front of us here by Karen from the LGFA, and Yoplait sponsors are here, and the Ladies Gaelic Football Association President Micheál Nutton's here from Donegal as well. So that's going to happen down in front of us in the next couple of minutes. So the players from both teams will come over here. Mary I are busy still celebrating, and TU Dublin are having a little bit of a huddle in there to talk and say a few final moments about their big effort. And to be fair, they were very unlucky. They gave it everything. They had some super individual performances. They just didn't have much luck. So I'm checking on Facebook for your messages and your contenders for a player of the match. Angie Canny says good luck to the Mary I women, great game. Niamh O'Donoghue says Dara Kiley for player of the match. Lenny says Dara Kiley or Laura Brennan. Well, she gets sent off right at the end, so that might swing it for Dara Kiley. And Tracy McCarthy says Dara Kiley set the tone with that goal. That's a very good point. Has to get player of the match, she says. Marion Tag Creedon says Dara Kiley, lady of the match. Quiva Moore says Kitty Stack or Dara Kiley. Sheila Dennehy says huge congrats girls, Dara Kiley for lady of the match. Pauline says well done and gives us a couple of hearts as well. And Grania O'Brien says well done Mary I. So I think you're all agreed there that Dara Kiley is a player of the match. She did indeed set the tone. Players coming over now for the presentation. And as I say, it's got cool. We had sunshine here for the first game at the start, but it's very cool now. So the president, Micheál Nutton, has his coat on, but looking very dapper in his suit. He's come down from Donegal to make this presentation. He has the Giles Cup in his hands. He's just sat it down now, and he will make the speech in just a moment. And Yoplait have a banner up there now, and Micheál's a little bit hidden by that, but we will certainly see the presentation down in front of us. And Micheál Nutton's now removing his coat, so we're going to see exactly how dapper he looks, and his presidential medal as well. Our microphone being placed here to catch the speech and being set up. And we're just getting the big Yoplait backdrop moved. No harm to the sponsors, but we need a clear view, and we've got it there. It will be used for the photographs in a couple of minutes, so we will see it. Micheál Nutton now taking over proceedings.
Also, I'd like to thank Paul and Emma and everybody involved here on DCU for the facilities here this weekend. Also, I'd like to thank Daniel, DJ and Anya and everyone from the HEC committee for facilitating it and working all year in that thing. And also to all the colleges that took part here over the weekend for your commitment to the games and that, and also basically that the way you represented yourselves right out over the last number of months, and a huge thank you on that. Also, I'd like to thank Karen from National for Betty for helping out here running this weekend as well. So basically, I would like to call on number 8 from MIC for the player of the match. Gary Kiley, the player of the match.
We are not surprised by that decision, as was pointed out on Facebook there. She set the tone with a brilliant goal early on, the girl from Valley Rovers, and she gives us a wave for the cameras, a wave back for her. She set the tone, as Tracy McCarthy pointed out. She had to get player of the match, and she did.
Now I'd like to call on the captain to come and accept the cup.
And the cup is the captain is the number 7, Anya Keane from Kerry. Yoplait Giles Cup winning captain Anya Keane from Kerry.
Look, I just want to start off today by saying a massive well done to TUD. You're an unbelievable side. Like, the game that was played today was ferocious. The pace, especially considering games played yesterday. You're a credit to yourself and your college, and just a massive round of applause to TUD. Just want to say thanks to the referee and his officials. You refereed an extremely fair game today, and fair play to you. I want to say a massive thanks to DCU and the ladies HEC. The whole competition has gone off, I think, without a hitch, we can definitely say, from our side. So thank you very much.
I'm told actually she's from Clare. I'm going to check that again for you.
Just another massive thanks to Yoplait for coming out sponsoring ladies HEC colleges competition this year. It's great to have such good endorsement behind ladies sport, and hopefully in the future you'll continue to sponsor us again. Thanks a million to Joe and Ciara in Mary I Sports. Definitely wouldn't be here today without your support. It makes coming to games, travelling to games and training so easily. To Pat and Grania, you've been unbelievable behind the scenes all the time, especially over this weekend. The amount of support they've shown us over the weekend, the amount of knowledge they've shared with us, it's been unbelievable, and thank you very much. And to the man behind the scenes in Mary I, Richard Bowles.
Richard Bowles. He was here in 2012 and he's back in 2022.
Understand the amount of work that Richard puts in behind the scenes in Mary I. He's unbelievable. There's days he'd be out on the pitch, he could be there from 11 until 4 o'clock in the evening. He trains both teams in Mary I, and his enthusiasm, his encouragement and his inspiration to us as players in Mary I is just unbelievable. Thank you, Richard.
Well said, Anya.
Lastly, to the group of girls on my right, you're an unbelievable group to get to train with, to play with. I think you're a credit to yourselves, your families and your clubs. Thank you.
And so the captain from Milltown Malbay in County Clare, West Clare, near Spanish Point, lifts the cup as an All-Ireland champion winner. The match programme said that Milltown Malbay was in Kerry. Can't say that about people in Clare. You can't get that wrong. She's definitely from Clare and she has lifted the cup. Well done to her, and thank you on Facebook to Fidelma Marinan for pointing that out. Anya Keane, the winning captain with the Limerick College from Clare, with lots of Kerry girls and Cork girls, and one even from Donegal, Megan Ryan from Donegal. Well done to them. They are the Giles Cup winners. They will get their photograph taken now as a team, and they will celebrate as they should. And just to remember, it's been an amazing week. And back in 2012, Orla Finn, the late Rachel Keneally, Naomi Carroll, all those girls were on that team. You wonder where all these girls are going to go. What sort of success are they going to have in the future? From us though, that's our last live stream of the week for ladies higher education. It's been a great week. It's been an historic week. 3 finals on Tuesday, 2 semi-finals yesterday in the O'Connor, plus the Moynihan Cup, plus the Lynch Cup this morning, and now the Giles Cup. All sponsored by Yoplait and all brought to you on live streams, and it's all been very interesting and exciting and entertaining and encouraging for the future of ladies Gaelic football. And there's Richard Bowles getting into the photograph on the end there in the blue, and he totally deserved that mention in the speech, because he was there in 2012 and he's still there in 2022. A gentleman. And now Dara Kiley is persuading somebody from the watching crowd to come in, but they won't come in. She's trying her best, but they won't come in for the photograph. So instead, she's going to get a little toddler to come in, I think. No, nobody wants to come in for the photograph. No, they are coming in now. There you are. That's the picture. That's the one that they will keep for posterity. Well done to Mary Immaculate College in Limerick, champions here in DCU. We hope you enjoyed the live stream coverage of this game and all the others. From myself and the team, it's good afternoon from DCU.